Welcome to Stroke the Journey Within podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Allen. I am CEO and founder of Stroke TV Media. But the most important thing, people, is you are part of this podcast. Something I don't know. I'm going to be putting a link to a blog I wrote this morning. I recently watched and found in one of my archives a video I did in 2018 with my mentor, Roland Goga. And it was really the birth of Stroke TV Media. So I want you to watch this. You can see we have a different kind of a rekindling of excitement, rekindling of purpose, rekindling a purpose that this podcast is about you and I interacting, conversation, having conversation on topics, and really promote engagement. I want to share my energy with you, and I want you to share your energy with me. So, in putting comments, any questions, anything you have to say, I want to hear it. And I'll engage with you and interact with you either live here on the stream or afterwards on the comments in YouTube. But definitely look at the description of YouTube and grab that blog I wrote this morning. Plus, also take a minute, go to Stroke TV Media on YouTube and subscribe. Really working hard getting it to where I monetize Stroke TV Media YouTube. So I used to do raffles and giveaways and really do have some fun with it. We start making money. I make money. You make money. Gift cards, gift cards. There's enough money to do gift cards to Amazon. I'll do gift card to Amazon. But people, this really is a podcast. In today's podcast, I plan on touching on a subject that very few people can say. I have been to my own funeral. Yep, you heard that right. I have been to my own funeral. That when person would come on my brain, I guess this is where I've been now. This part I've been told. I was actually awake during this time. My brain aneurysm. I was unconscious. This is my wife and family were told. Come, they wheeled me into a room, into what they call a bereavement room. They told my entire family, come say goodbye because I'm not going to make it. I'm going to die. Well, that sent my family into hysterics, of course, caused Rebecca to get a lot upset. And it could have been, in fact, they told Rebecca, if I do make it through this, I'll be a drooling, babbling mess, won't remember anything, and just be a vegetable, basically. And of course, they were wrong. But the thing that I was trying to think about is I always wonder where I have my near-death experience. At what point did my encounter did I die and go to heaven and visit God's kingdom? In fact, I'll put a link to the playlist within the description of this video so you can read about my near-death experience, my journey. So basically, what ended up happening, they came in and told my wife I wasn't going to make it, told my family I wasn't going to make it, I for sure was going to die. So they beat me in this room called a bereavement room and told my family, come say goodbye. My mom immediately got a bloody nose, her blood pressure skyrocketed, and my niece started crying. Everybody started crying. So they all came in and said goodbye to me. but that's not what happened. I figure at this point is where I have my near-death experience. And you'll see if you go back and watch my near-death experience videos, you will see that I wasn't there. I was in heaven for a while. And I sat back to my body to tell you about it. I have been given a second chance. You ever wonder why I named second chance stroke survivors second chance stroke survivors? Well, to me, God gave me a second chance. God gave me a second chance to live life one more time. It's been totally different. I've been through a learning training process of stroke. It is unlike anything I've ever been through. But you know what? It's given me my purpose. Stroke led me to my purpose. My near death experience led me to my purpose. My purpose is here with you. My purpose is to be here with you right now and tell you you are valuable. You are loved, stroke survivor. I believe that every stroke survivor that's alive today has a purpose. And if you ever want, let me run my email real quick. If you ever want to talk and just get some experience, I'm 15 years post stroke. I've been a learning experience. There is my email. Get a hold of me, email me, and let me know you just want to chat. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to help you if I can. Because when you talk about stroke leading me to my purpose is to be here for you, to serve you, stroke community. That is why I do this. And if you're watching this video on the replay, thank you. Leave me a comment. Leave me any comment and I'll reply personally to it. So anyway, they will be in the room, bereavement room. My family said goodbye. And that really was the point that my life changed. And you got to figure, I was told by the doctors I would not live, I would die. But what you and I that have been near death realize is not up to them, whether not up to any doctor, whether I live or die. It was up to God. And I believe that if you're here, you have a purpose also. I know one purpose for sure. You're here to raise stroke awareness. I know that for sure. Nobody can raise stroke awareness quite like a stroke survivor. So please take a minute. Do you need some material? You need something to post? Email me, call me, get hold of me, message me, whatever, and I'll give you some material to post. I'll raise stroke awareness. And maybe once a week, once every couple weeks, post something on your personal timeline to raise stroke awareness. Remember, May or April is Brain Injury Awareness Month. So definitely take the time to raise some awareness. Because I know we're not exactly like a traumatic brain injury person, but we are brain injured. And many times I have this thing that says, hey, I'm not stupid, I'm injured. You are not stupid, stroke survivor, you're brain injured. Big difference. So if you, like I said, if you want to know your purpose after your stroke, tell the world about stroke. Raise your voice. My goal, my purpose here also is to give you the ability to stream, to express yourself as a stroke survivor. If you invest very small amount of money and a camera and a mic, and you could use your phone. I will teach you how to express yourself live stream. I think the more of us that get out there and talk and express how we feel and what we're going through, we in ourselves will become raised stroke awareness. So take a minute and get hold of me, and I'll help you. You need help, I'll help you. I'll help you get a camera and a mic within your budget. And you can begin to, again, you can use your cell phone too. Don't be afraid to live stream your cell phone, because you guys see me doing what I'm doing. Doing this podcast. You yourself can express yourself. You can express and raise stroke awareness. You may think, oh, I can't do it. Well, I'll tell you what, if I can do it, and have done it since probably out 2018, 2019, if I can do it, you could do it. And I'd be more than happy and more excited to share with you how to do it. If you get, like I said, you got a phone, you got a camera and mic, you could express yourself. You could raise stroke awareness. You could become a voice of stroke. I don't know about you, but when I had a stroke, I thought, who at age 47 has a stroke? Nobody. I was of the impression that 80-year-olds, older people have strokes, elderly people have strokes, but yet young people. That is why we need to raise stroke awareness, because actually the main age for stroke is like 28 to 45 or 55, something like that. But I mean, this world needs to know about stroke, needs to know about the warning signs of stroke. So, it's really important that we come together. And if you saw my, oh, by the way, every morning, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, I'm now creating inspirational videos, shorts. So subscribe to Stroke TV YouTube channel. You'll get a copy of my inspirational short. Yeah, in fact, let me show you. This is a short I put out there this morning. Take a look. So that is a short. If you subscribe to Stroke TV Media YouTube channel, you will get a notification. Make sure you click that little bell icon when you subscribe, and it'll turn on your notifications. You will get a notification on my new short for the morning. But again, I enjoy making them. I enjoy making them. And I think you'll enjoy watching them. So I already made hundreds of them, real big on TikTok, real big. So anyway, you have a purpose, Stroke Survivor. Get a hold of me and help me find it. Help me do more. But I know for sure you can begin to raise stroke awareness immediately. I know for sure that is our purpose as stroke survivors. This is a community podcast. It's not just about me, it's about us. It's about you. I want to encourage you to engage in comments with me. Share what your thoughts are. Share what your what you need in comments, and I will definitely do what I can to help you. We have been, like I said earlier, I've been to my own funeral. I've been told I was going to die. Of course, that didn't happen. That was 50 years ago. They were wrong. I mean, so how many of you, I'm curious, and put in comments if you're watching this, how many of you were told you weren't going to make it, or that you were going to have extreme deficits that not allow you to live again? I'm just curious. It seems to be a very common thing to do for doctors is tell you and your family the worst case scenario. And I've been told that's what they're supposed to do, but I just say be realistic. Be realistic. Like I had like only a 2 or 3% chance of living when I had my brain aneurysm, because as you may know, brain aneurysms kill most people. There's very low survival rate of brain aneurysm. I had a double whammy, people. I had a brain aneurysm, survived the brain aneurysm, was told I was going to die, within the bereavement room, told I was going to die, and then had a stroke 2 weeks later while in a coma. So I'm just saying that how many of you out there were told you weren't going to make it, or that you were going to end up a lot worse than you were? Let me know. I think probably the biggest, if I was to say one word, I'm going to give you one word right now: hope. There is hope. If you're alive and you're watching this on this podcast, you have hope. You are not alone. You are alive. You have hope of rebuilding your life. You're not getting to use recovery, the word recovery that often. I'm not big on the word recovery, because in all reality, this is what we've been through as stroke survivors. Is it like breaking a bone or cutting, stubbing your toe? It's not just recover. It's not heal itself. You've got to work at this. That's all you're not getting me to use the word recovery. You're going to hear me use the word rebuild. It takes effort. But it takes effort to rebuild your life after a stroke. But I wanted to tell you about something that Roland reminded me of. That healing isn't necessarily physical. Healing is mental. It's done in your mind. If you could heal in your mind, have a good attitude, expanded joy, enjoy your life, you are healing. Yep, I'm still paralyzed on the left side. Yes, I'm still in a wheelchair. But man, if I healed, I've healed in my mind. A lot of the times, it's my opinion that the hospitals get it backwards. They want you to heal physically first. I'm saying let the clinicians and doctors work on healing in your mind first. Get you to have healing take place in your mind. Because I'm a firm believer that where your mind goes, the body will follow. Where the mind goes, you guys have to remember, when that was we in that bereavement room, told I was going to die, Rebecca mentioned to me a couple of days ago, this is why I'm doing the podcast. Because she said, Aaron, don't listen to people say about you. You were supposed to be brain dead, basically. You were supposed to be drooling, babbling mess, had no memory of people, had no memory of past life. not be able to talk, not be able to hold your functions not good. I was so bad I could not sit up. Now look at me. I'm sitting up. I was told I'd never talk. Guess what? I'm talking now. Maybe sound a little like I'm a fud, but I still am talking. I'm still going to be able to produce this podcast. But that's why I say healing of the mind is so important. We are bombarded strokes of our negative thinking, negative thoughts. Maybe if it's people saying negative things towards you. But if you can heal in your mind, if you can be strong in your mind, it won't bother you, just the way it is. Stroke is notorious for giving you kind of a insecurity feeling. You're just not valuable, but you are. And that's the lie of stroke. See, I believe stroke is a liar. Stroke is an energy, in my opinion. It's a very dark, negative energy. It wants you to think terrible things about yourself, but you need to say no more. How do you change stroke from making you feel insecure or not valuable? Flood your mind with positive affirmations, positive videos, subscribe to Stroke TV, and start your day out with a motivational or inspirational video. You will see a change in your way your life is and how you think. You know, Dwayne Dyer said, change the way you look at things, and things you look at will change. Let me say that one more time. Change the way you look at things, you think of in your mind, and the things you look at will change. See, your mind is so powerful. If you begin to change the way you think, you're changing the external things in your life. They will begin to change. Some people call it manifestation, but there is an actual. You got to remember that you as a spiritual being are made in the image of God. You have the power to create. You're not going to create the earth or anything. I'm not saying we're equal to God. I'm just saying about a child's ability to create. And the way you create your reality is in your mind. The way you think. Change the way you think. And everything else will change. I may not be physically healed the way I want, or the way I think I should be, or the way I desire to be. But there's one thing for sure. I have changed my mind. I have healed in my mind. I may not be able to ride a bike or jog or drive, but I can definitely impact the world. And I'm saying you can too. You have a purpose. You have a reason you're here. Like I said, email me. You're going to see my email appear down here. There it is. Come by right there. Right there. Email me and let me know you want to talk. I'll be more than happy to talk. Because probably the most recurring issue that all of us stroke survivors have is we have no purpose. I'm telling you, you have one. If you're alive, God has given you a purpose. You just need to find it. And I'm just saying, if you watch this video, reach out to me, talk to me, come by. This podcast airs every Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. East Coast Time. Start coming every Friday and just talk to me on the chat. I'll engage with you. Some changes I'm going to make this podcast is more open to conversation. I want to make sure that you feel welcome here, that you feel wanted here. And if you're a stroke survivor, you're wanted. Not just that, you have an opportunity to use my platform to tell your story, to raise stroke awareness that way. You could come in and tell your story about your stroke, how you survived your stroke, and that in turn will raise stroke awareness amongst your family and around the world. So please feel free to come on the show. And oh, I don't know, Chris G. Well, I'm assuming you're a guy. Chris, oh, he Scott White. Chris, I have told in fact, I put a link to my story, my near-death experience story. I have been doing that. And I'll put a link within the description of this video on YouTube. So I appreciate the comment, Chris. I really do. Thank you very much. Chris, I don't think I've seen you there, so please tell me where you're located. I'd be curious to see where you're located. I don't know Chris G doing this, but I want to give a shout out also to my bro, Scott White. Scott White's at Georgia. And you, Scott, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you're doing. I want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. I want to go out of my way to make sure I engage with you for this podcast from this day forward for this podcast. Houston, all right, look at that. All the way from Houston, Texas. I am not in Texas, Scott or Chris. Chris, the reason I wear a cowboy hat is a Stetson, by the way. You being Texas, you know about Stetson. But the reason I wear a cowboy hat because I have a dream of riding a horse someday. Well, I just think there's a spiritual calling for me to ride a horse someday. I got a lot of physical deficits to overcome, but my dream before I die is to ride a horse. So that is kind of what I want to do. But thank you, Chris from Eastern Texas. I really appreciate being here. You guys are not going to believe this, but that 30 minutes went by so quick. We're almost done. I want to thank each and every one of you if you're watching this now live on the replay. Again, take a minute, help our community, and subscribe to Stroke TV Media on YouTube. Super important. And I give my word, if I get my YouTube channel monetized, I could give away t-shirts and give away gift cards to Amazon and stuff to make it a fun place to be. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the podcast. And please, every Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. East Coast Time. I think we're in Central Time, so you could do the math. It's an hour difference. But thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. I really, really do. Thank you very much. And by the way, I think you're awesome. I think a stroke survivor, you're an awesome person. So feel free to come on my podcast, tell your story. All right, bye everybody. Have a great day.